Mike Moore Media.
About 2 months ago, Bella Collina, a beautiful wedding venue in Stokesdale, a Tuscany mansion, announced they were giving away a wedding, a $30,000 value. Couples had to write in and tell why they deserved the wedding. Well, you can imagine the response. On our media line now is Raven Hazelwood, and I'll let Raven pick up the story from here. Hey, Raven, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing just great, too. Well, we'll kind of put all this together, but you and your fiancé, Philip Balding, entered this promotion, and kind of take us from there. Where are we in this whole process, Raven?
Okay, so about 2 months ago, I wrote a paper pretty much saying why I thought we deserved this wedding. And in mid-January, they chose, I say they, but the owner, Joe, from my understanding, chose a top 10.
Mm-hmm. Top 10.
From that
okay.
top 10, we were notified we were in the top 10, and I can tell you how exciting that was. It was huge news. I never expected to even be that far in it.
All right, before you go any further, just to be in the top 10, first, how many entries? Do you have any idea?
There was 540 entries.
540 entries. Wow. And you were in the top 10.
We are.
Okay.
We were.
Yeah, and it gets better. So take it from there. Okay.
Okay, so from that point, there was a panel interview in front of judges, and I believe there was 9 of them, if I'm counting correctly. Mm-hmm. And that took place at the very end of January.
So that was last week.
Yes, it was just last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the judges were supposed to narrow it down to a top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they couldn't choose 3, so we ended up in the top 4.
Wow.
So that's where we're at now.
All right. So you and Philip in the top 4. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. This has got to be exciting, to say the least.
It's thrilling.
Yeah.
It is very thrilling.
Tell us about you and Philip a little bit, please.
So Philip and I are both police officers with the city of Burlington in North Carolina, and we have been there. Philip's been there for about 4 years. He came to the police department straight out of the Marine Corps, where he served for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I've been there for a little over 3 years. So he was hired before me, but I outrank him.
Okay. And well, first off, thanks to him for his service to our country. And you went through the law enforcement program at Rockingham Community College, I understand.
I did. I'm from Eden, and so I had all intentions of working in Rockingham County, but then I started looking elsewhere, and I realized that, hey, I can make a lot more money with my degree if I go outside of this county. Mm-hmm. But I still wanted to stay close to home, so that's how I ended up in Burlington.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, tough times for people in the line of duty, so thank you and Philip for being there and doing the job you do. We all appreciate that, Raven.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that.
Well, so you're in the top 4. Judges couldn't decide on 3, so that makes it even more stressful. But you're in the 4, and so tell us where you are now and what's going to happen.
So right now we are trying to rally up votes. The final phase of this entire contest is a public vote that will take place online. But Philip and I are normally very private people. With the job, I feel like it's just safer for us to be private. So this is all extremely out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But
yeah.
we decided, hey, if we're going to put ourselves out there, then we're going to do it right. So we're just trying to get a few points across, in the nation we're living in right now of, hey, we're just people. Mm-hmm. We're humans. We have families. We have emotions. This is what we're doing. We're human. We're just people. So that's kind of one point we wanted to drive home. And then the second thing we kind of wanted to touch on and show not only our department, but just law enforcement in general is, hey, the public still supports us through all of this.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what of course we want to win the wedding, but if we can kind of show those two things in the process of doing that, that would be a win in our books.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, a win-win on several levels, it sounds like, Raven. And of course,
Yes.
I have read your entry, and it is very impressive. And I can see, and I've read, I haven't read all the others word for word, the other three like I did yours. But it is well written, well done, and I can see it's got to be a difficult, had to be a difficult decision for the judges for sure. So now it's up to us, the public, to vote. And how do we go about doing that again? Tell us. The voting starts tomorrow. I know that.
Yes, the voting starts tomorrow. We are anticipating around 7 a.m., and it will run for a week straight through the end of the 14th. The winner will be announced on the 15th online on air at 107.5, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the voting, it takes place on Bella Collina's website, and it's online, completely online. There's 3 check boxes and a submit button, and then you can close the window out, open it, and do it all again. So it takes about 10 seconds to vote, and you can vote an unlimited amount of times, back to back to back.
Oh, wow. So this is kind of like the TV shows, the music shows and all of that. So we can vote as many times as we want to.
Yes, you can.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've been to the website, and you can't vote now. It's all there. It's set up. It's ready to start tomorrow. And that is at BellaCollinaExperience.com. BellaCollinaExperience.com. And for those that want to make sure we have the spelling right on that, it is BellaCollina, BellaCollinaExperience.com. I know this the the excitement is building for me. I don't even know you, and I'm excited.
It is very exciting. It's very unnerving, but I know that all 4 couples deserve it in their own ways. Of course, I hope we win, but if we don't, then we will congratulate the other couple, and they deserve it as well.
Yeah. Okay. So voting for all 4 couples, the finalists, starting tomorrow online. As we're just saying, we have about maybe 5 minutes left. I want you to tell us anything you need to tell us, Raven.
I would just like to say that we, as a family, Philip and I, and we have a little boy named Maverick. He's 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
He will be in a few days.
Okay.
It's been a tough year, and we could really use this opportunity for a free wedding. It would really be beneficial for us. I mean, it's been a tough year for everyone, but we've had deaths in the family. COVID, of course. I had COVID at one point. On top of all of that, the law enforcement climate, going to work through that, trying to stay strong as a family, it's been a difficult year. And things don't slack up. We've got family members that are just being diagnosed with different things, and this would be a huge burden off of our backs. Try to find money to pay for a wedding, try to plan a wedding. It would really help us out. So if anyone can take the time to vote, it doesn't have to be 200 times a day. Every single vote counts, and we appreciate every single vote we can get. I would encourage people, you can friend me on Facebook. I share updates daily on the experience. And just reach out.
Are you on Facebook as your name, Raven Hazelwood?
I am. And Philip is on there as well as Phil Balding. I wish he could be here today, but he's at work right now.
Okay.
We're not typically home at the same time, so that's how that works.
Yeah, that's difficult too, isn't it?
It is, especially having a child. I think we work for 5 days straight, and in those 5 days, we see each other in passing for about 15 minutes at work.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So as you can imagine, that's not easy on a relationship or a family, but we've pushed through it for going on 3 years now.
Okay. Let me ask you, why did you decide to go into law enforcement?
You know, I get asked that all the time, and I never have a really good answer. I've always liked people, been intrigued by people, and I like change. I don't like to sit in an office and stare at four walls a day. I want to do a different thing every day, something that excites me, something that I feel like I gain from as a person in my life, you know. In my career, I wanted something that I could devote time to help the public, and that's kind of where I ended up. I'm really good at people. I'm really good at talking to people. I enjoy the satisfaction of getting to help families, kids, elderly people. That's my main two weaknesses.
Or strengths.
It's
Your strengths.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
One or the other,
Yeah.
depending on what day it is and what call it is. It's a different job that no one really understands. And there's moments that are extremely heartwarming and extremely, trying to think of the word I want to use. It's a satisfaction. I got to go to work today and I made a difference.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's just that feeling that drives the motivation for the job.
Yeah. Well, of course, I've never been through the program. I do have some friends in law enforcement and appreciate what everyone does. And there's a lot more involved than just putting on a badge and a gun, and the training that goes behind that, and the day to day and the hour to hour on the job. I can't imagine because things can change in just a moment, as we all know. So let me say again, thanks to you and Philip for your good work there in law enforcement at the Burlington Police Department, and we appreciate all of our folks, all of our friends in law enforcement. So in the remaining moment here, what should we do to vote for you and Philip?
To vote, you go to www.BellaCollina.experience, and there should be a drop down. If you see our picture, you are in the right place. It will have our story under it. There should be 3 check boxes and a submit button.
Okay.
We appreciate everybody voting.
Sounds easy. So vote for Raven and Philip, Raven Hazelwood and Philip Balding. And thanks to your mom, we wouldn't be doing this today. You know, it's always good to have a good mama behind us to make things happen.
It is. It's very important to have a good support system, and today is actually her birthday.
Oh, is it really? Oh, wow. Well, this is great. Well, and wouldn't it be nice to have a good birthday present from Maverick next week to win, too? That would be great.
It would. It would be a good gift for all of us.
Yeah. Well, I know you're making wedding plans one way or another, but we certainly hope you win. And I'm talking to you because we like that Draper connection, hometown girl. And Raven, it's good to get acquainted here a little bit with you, and wish you all the best and good luck on the voting, on the contest, on the giveaway.
Thank you so much, Mike, for doing this for us. We appreciate it.
Well, and just to think, I have a daughter. I've been there, done that wedding thing, a $30,000 wedding, absolutely free at Bella Collina. And that's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It is gorgeous, completely unreal. We actually toured there, fell in love with the place, looked at the numbers, and said, "There's no way we can afford this."
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe this
Before
will be
we ever were selected for this.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will be the answer right here. All the best to you and Philip. Thank you, Raven.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye-bye. All right, I wanted you to hear a little bit from our hometown gal, and that is Raven Hazelwood. She and her fiance, Philip Balding, making wedding plans, and in the top 4, the last 4, still standing in the promotion from Bella Collina. You can vote for them as many times as you like. BellaCollinaExperience.com starting tomorrow, and the winner will be announced in about a week. If you need any more information, you can get it right there on their website, BellaCollinaExperience.com.